My name is Innocentius Dwijaya Lestari from St. Mary II Junior High School. Today I will tell you guys the tale of the three brothers. There were once three brothers who were traveling along a lonely, winding road at twilight. In time, the brother reached a river too deep to wade through and too dangerous to swim across. However, these brothers will learn in the magical art, so they simply waved their wand and made a bridge appear across the treacherous water. They were halfway across when they found out their path blocked by a hooded figure. And it was Death. And Death spoke to them. He was angry because he'd been cheated out of 3 new victims. But for travelers, they usually drown in the river. However, Death was cunning. He pretended to congratulate the 3 brothers upon their magic and said that each should earn a prize for having cleverness to win. So, the first brother was a combative man, asked for one more powerful than any in existence, a one that always wins duels for its owner, a one worthy of a wizard that have conquered Death. So Death crossed to an elder tree nearby, fashioned one from the branch that hung there, and gave it to the oldest brother. And then the second brother, who was an arrogant man, decided he wanted to humiliate Death even further and asked for the power to recall the loved one from the dead. So Death plucked up a stone from the riverbank and gave it to the second brother and said that the stone had the power to recall the loved one from the dead. And then Death asked the third and the youngest brother what he would like. The third and the youngest brother was the humblest and the wisest among these brothers. He didn't trust Death, so he asked for something that would enable him to go far from that place without being followed by Death. So Death unwillingly gave his cloak of invincibility and gave it to the youngest brother. And then Death stood aside and allowed them to continue on their way, and they did so. Talking with wonder of the adventure they had and admiring Death's gift, in due course the brothers separated, each for their own destination. The first brother traveled on for a week or more and reached a distant village. There he sought out a fellow wizard that whom he had quarreled. Naturally, with the elder one as his weapon, he could not fail to win the duel that followed. Hey man! We have unfinished business to do. Let's finish it right here, right now. Huh? Still daring to duel me again? I'll take your duel. One's ready. wizard. Pure, restless wizard. I can't believe I lose to a duel that time. From weak wizard. Your wand is behind there. You can't even grab it. Sad face, weak wizard. Raw talent, especially weak talent. Killed the wizard and leaving his enemy dead upon the floor. After that, he proceeded to an inn where he boasted loudly of the powerful one he had snatched from death himself. Later that night, a fellow wizard grabbed upon the oldest brother as he lay. One sudden, the thief took the wand, and for a good measure, slit the oldest brother throat. And then death took the first brother. The second brother journeyed his way back home, where he lived alone. There, he took out the stone that had the power to recall the loved one from the dead, and raised it in his hand. With his amazement and his delight, the figure of the woman he once hoped to marry before her untimely death appeared once before him. But she was sad and lonely, driven away from him as though by a veil, though she returned to the mortal world and suffered. Finally, the second brother, with mad of hopeless longing, killed himself so as truly to join her. And so death took the second brother for his own. But although death searched for a third brother for many years, he couldn't able to find him. It was only when he attained a great age that the third brother finally took up the cape of invincibility and gave it to his son. And then he greeted death as an old friend and went with him gladly and equals. They departed this life. And that's the story of the tale of the three brothers.